When you look at parenting styles and children's moral development, you see some interesting correlations. Authoritarian parents, these are the ones who tend to be high in control, but low interest and low sensitivity for the child. They tend to maintain a punishment and reward orientation as parents. Thus, their children tend to also maintain a punishment and reward kind of orientation, which is not the most sophisticated kind of moral reasoning. It falls into a fairly low stage of moral reasoning in both Piaget and Kohlberg stages of moral development. Children who have indulgent or neglectful parents tend to lack social responsibility. Because these parents don't tend to correct or modify their child's actions, these children aren't generally too worried about whether or not they should be contributing to their groups or to their partners. These children can also sometimes have problems with authority. Children who have authoritative parents tend to be socially responsible and also tend to be altruistic. Some research has been done looking at why authoritarian parents have children with less sophisticated moral reasoning compared to those who have authoritative parents. The suggestion has been that authoritative parents are sensitive to their child's perspective, and they talk their child through their immoral actions. For example, if their child takes a toy from another child, an authoritative parent might talk them through it and say, "You can't just take things from people. He had that first, and he's sad that you've taken it. You have to go give it back." That demonstrates correction and control of the child's behavior, and also sensitivity to the child's thoughts, helping them understand the situation. Authoritarian parents tend to do things like yell at their child to give the toy back, or give the child a spanking and tell them not to do that anymore. This demonstrates high control, but not a lot of sensitivity to the child's perspective. This reinforces the child's somewhat shallow focus on rewards and punishment because the child hasn't really been helped to understand why they should or shouldn't do things. No one has explained what makes their actions immoral. That seems to be the linchpin between these two types of parenting styles and advancing children's moral reasoning. But it's important to note that these patterns tend to vary by culture. These patterns come from children in Western cultures, which means that it's a good indication of Western culture. There is some evidence, however, that these patterns vary across cultures and countries. Western cultures tend to have more authoritative parents, but when parenting styles are measured in other cultures, particularly Eastern cultures, you find more authoritarian parents. And there's some evidence that in non-Western cultures, authoritarian and authoritative parents are similarly effective. Both parenting styles produce children who are similarly healthy and similarly good contributors to society. What probably matters here is the match between parenting style, culture, and the child. It's not that any one of these parenting styles is bad, it's that sometimes they fit better into a particular culture or not.